Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Popcorn Punchups, the show where we pick some movies and then the best picker gets to perform punishments of some description. I'm going to watch bad action movies that Ryan makes me watch, and he's going to watch some bullshit art house that I'm going to find the most art house thing possible when I win. I'm going to do my best.
Well, and you didn't pick the most art house thing this week, mate. This was like
Fuck
art
no.
house film festival.
Yeah, it was a film festival movie, yes.
Of course it was. It's always a film festival-esque thing with you. It's just like, oh my God, I'm going to look up
fucking
the most reviewed thing I can. Every single art house person is like, oh my God, I love it in the forums. And you're like, what is the most art house thing possible? And it's like, the bird. Of course it's the bird. It's not Alfred Hitchcock birds. It's some art house coming of age story. Whatever, mate.
That was very good. Well, I don't think we need to do intros this week because my intro is this guy likes bullshit action movies, and he is Mr. Reimann.
Oh, Mr. Reimann. Oh, yeah. I've upgraded. I'm official. Yeah.
And what's my intro?
Oh, I thought we already did that when I was talking.
What's my name? You got to tell people who I am.
Oh, well, this is the AKA the art house Lawson who trolls the internet. I have seen this man absolutely troll people on YouTube back in the day. We used to work together. We used to...
Good times.
Oh, mate, it was the best of times. It was the worst of times because I would absolutely just relentlessly ask you questions till you'd snap and deliberately poke the bear. Yep. And then you'd rage.
And it would work. And it still does.
Yep.
Hence Popcorn Punch-Ups.
Yeah, and I used to tell you about all these action things and you were like, oh, yeah. And then you were like really nice about it. And now you're like comfortable because you've tried to work me out. But you still don't. You still don't know what you're going to get. And then we're here and you're making us watch. No, you don't. You have no idea what's happening. You don't know what level I'm on. You don't know if you're getting sleepy, Ryan. You don't know if you're getting like ADD, coffee, placid Reimann.
Mate, I know you so well I can see it in your face. Sleepy Reimann has a certain look. It's the same look as like intoxicated Reimann. Slightly red-cheeked and a little like glass-eyed.
Yeah, it's like when I lose interest in the topic and you guys keep talking, I go to, I don't know what I do. I don't know.
You just fucking play the tunes in your head.
Yeah, it's like I just tunes. Go like Companion last week where I was just like wide-eyed and shut down mode.
See, look at you referencing my movies. You're welcome.
Yeah, it's because, I gotta keep you happy, mate. It was actually all right.
It was. And I won last week. So the score is 1-0 currently.
No. All right.
You fucking could tell the people. That's what happened.
Yeah, all right. Everyone loves an underdog story. Watch me come back, mate.
It's only one. It's only 2-0 after today because my pick was way better.
Mate, watch me sweep the series, mate. I'm gonna be
reverse sweep.
Yeah, you got nothing.
Yeah, we're ready. How's the week been, man?
It's been pretty good. Guess what's out tonight in 2 hours?
Marvel Rivals update.
Quick maths, yeah. And it is clobbering time, the thing, and the Human Torch come out.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm so keen for that.
Mm-hmm.
And I made Plat 2 on stream last night.
Congrats, man. I'm still silver too, but I'm finally playing games again with my busted finger.
Hey, let's go. And then I've just been watching, I've actually been trying to catch up on Cobra Kai because the Cobra Kai final part of the series is now out and
sweet.
They're at the big tournament. So, but the only problem is the tournament has gotten to the grand scale where it's like all these flashy events, but it's gone more flashy, but it doesn't match the cheesy, like I'll hit you block. Like it was better. It was better when it was like the old school Karate Kid where it was like on the mats and it was just like, I don't know.
Yeah, okay. And very easy to understand without having to,
I mean, it's still very easy to understand. Like they've just entered into a bigger world tournament rather than your standard like Hollywood tournament wherever they are. I actually don't even know where they're situated in America. Is it?
Neither do I.
California.
They're in Kai land.
So whatever. But still fun, still just mindless nonsense, and I enjoy it. So,
yeah, I'm glad. It's very much your kind of thing. You told me nothing but good things since the beginning. I want to get there one day, but knowing me, I probably fucking won't.
Yeah, Johnny Lawrence is so good. He's so fun. He's great. How about you? What have you been up to?
Not a lot. Work. I've been watching some movies that I've been meaning to catch up on. I watched Crimson Peak the other day, which is Guillermo del Toro 2015. It's fucking awesome. It is visually incredible. It's very cool. Yeah. It's a gothic romance, but it was marketed as a horror and everyone hated it because it wasn't scary. And it's like, yeah, it's not about ghosts. It has ghosts in it, but it's not a ghost story.
I'm going to skip that.
Crimson Peak.
I don't like ghosts.
Oh, well, yeah, the ghosts are kind of spooky, but then it turns out it's like the classic, like, the ghosts aren't the dangerous thing. Humans are. The ghosts are actually there trying to help sort of thing. But it's a good movie. I really enjoyed it. I watched that on Wednesday.
Did you ever watch The Ghost Whisperer with Jennifer?
No.
Hewitt?
Jennifer Love Hewitt? No, that's not her name. What's her name? Jennifer Hewitt?
That's it. Is that? No, Love Hewitt, I think is.
Is it right?
I feel like. Clayton Hewitt was an Australian tennis player.
It sure was.
Who is just sold his West Lakes house for like.
It is Jennifer Love Hewitt.
There you go.
My wife used to work. He was his grandpa lived in the nursing home my wife worked in. At Mount Leighton Hewitt and stuff, and they're all fucking assholes. And all of them were like, "Do you know who I am? Do you know who my husband is? Do you know who my grandson is?" They're all cunts. So fuck the Hewitts.
Okay. Wow. All right.
Doesn't surprise me.
So,
what was Becca Carter?
So Popcorn Punchups has now only got 2 episodes because the Hewitts have got a cease.
Yeah, the Hewitts going to roast us. Yeah, they're going to find us. They've got an AI searching for any mention of their name.
Yeah,
so they're going to hunt us down. Fuck them.
All right. Crazy.
Listen to any recommendations? I recommend Crimson Peak. Do you recommend Cobra Kai, I guess?
Oh, if you like the original Karate Kids, then you gotta at least give it a go.
Yeah, which I do, for sure.
Because it originally started out, remember when YouTube was like, yo, we're going to start our own like series.
YouTube Red.
Thing. Yeah, it started out as that, and then YouTube Red didn't go anywhere. So then Netflix bought it out and expanded on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Also, I reckon, what's his name? Logan Paul had a series on that as well.
Oh, did he? I have no idea. Yeah. I don't fucking care about them.
Something about robots, I think. I can't remember.
Sure.
He never got picked up.
Couldn't give a fuck. Not a single one.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got movie news this week?
I do. The Philippou brothers are back.
Oh, fuck. Sorry, I was going to mention this too. The trailer or the teaser looks insane. Properly scary. I'm so excited. Sorry. Woo.
Haven't watched it yet. I will be doing a review.
Recommend it.
A reaction one to it.
Yeah.
Yep. And I don't know. They impressed me with Talk to Me. That was really good.
Yeah, it's fucking great. It's my favorite movie. Favorite horror of 2023 for sure.
Yeah, so that was kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we have the new Daredevil, which is coming out very soon, March 4th, I believe. There is a new reaction video out today.
Yeah, right.
It's
series movie?
It's a series. It's already got 2 seasons confirmed.
Sure.
I enjoyed the other Daredevils, the Netflix ones.
Got bored.
And they got Matt Murdock coming back as well. Well, he has to come back because he's Daredevil. The guy that plays Matt Murdock is coming back, and we also getting.
I wouldn't even know if that was an actor's name or a character's name.
Yeah, we also. Well, you didn't see it coming. That's
Good
a
one.
taste joke.
Nah, fuck him.
Then we also got to see in the trailer that there's going to be alternative suits. So there's 5 different masks, the different color variations that he had.
Sure.
So I'm keen for that as well.
Yeah.
We have Dave Bautista and Mila. I'm going to butcher her name, but she was the star of the Resident Evil series, Jovovich.
I don't know her name right now either. I can look it up.
No. So Mila Jovovich, I don't know how to say it, but she was pretty good in that.
Oh, Djokovic. Like the tennis player. Yeah.
That is horrendous.
Oh, no, Jovovich.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I probably should have been able to pronounce that, but I can't. So this is called In Lost Land. It is a post-apocalyptic ghoul tale. So
cool.
Who knows?
Batista, hey. He impressed me last week before, whatever it was, when we did Last Showgirl.
Yeah, he was good in that, eh?
Yeah. I mean, he's always been pretty good, but he's showing some versatility now, so. Cool.
Yeah, I mean, he's what's the bloke's name that did Signs, and he's got a new one coming too. He did Signs,
Mel Gibson?
Sixth Sense, did The Village, the director.
Oh, M. Night.
M. Night, and Knock on the cabin of the door.
Yeah, cabin, knock on the cabin or some shit. Knock on, yeah, that. He was fine in that. That movie was pretty lackluster, but.
Yeah, so who knows. And then the last bit of movie news, a film that we watched last week. It is Captain America: Brave New World. It makes $192 million on opening weekend.
Of course, it did.
It's pretty good. People are like saying it's okay and it's building in the right direction. So like that's good. That's good for the franchise.
Yeah, I mean, well, I gave it a 2. You gave it 2.5. Like I've heard worse things out of similar movies. So it's a right direction, but it's still not good.
No, I didn't say it was good.
I know.
It's in the right direction.
In the right direction. Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, Marvel. We need you. We need you back in action.
We want good things.
Yeah, we do. Alrighty, let's get off.
And Reimann wants to do a movie theory section
next week.
Doesn't have a theory yet, so we'll save that for next week. Hold on to your hats.
Hold on to your hats. This one's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Speaking of good, I'm going first this week.
I was going to say Mugs Away.
Mugs Away?
Yeah.
Fuck is Mugs Away?
You get to go first.
No, we're just taking turns.
No, because you're a mug. Because you won.
Good one.
All right.
Because I won. I chose Bird. Bird is a movie directed and written by Andrea Arnold. I've heard great things. I haven't seen many of her films, but after watching this, there's more I want to watch. I heard that Barry Keoghan agreed to be in this before I even read the script, because he wanted to work with her since for many years supposedly. So he signed on like straight away. I'll talk more about some of the ways it was filmed after, which I found out. But it is a as Ryan sort of mentioned earlier, it's a coming of age story kind of about a girl called Bailey.
Kind of. It's a coming of age story.
Yeah, it is. It is. I think there's other elements to it, but it is. Yeah, it's her like
it's a coming of age.
Sorry.
At the heart of the film, it is a coming of age story.
Fair, I'll give you that. But a young girl called Bailey, she's 12, even though she looks much older, but she's 12. Her dad is played by Barry Keoghan, and they live like almost in squalor, but they live in Kent in England.
I had to look this up. I looked this up after the film. They actually live in what's called a squat in northern Kent. So squatting in northern Kent is like they are squatting in a abandoned house and they're living there.
Yep.
Yeah, which is apparently can either. So for each person, they will get a £5,000 fine or 6 months in prison if they are caught doing this.
Sure, but they all live there, both. So it's one of those things the police just turn a blind eye to.
Yeah, because I think Northern Kent is in this part of the UK is like actually a little bit rough.
Yeah, it seems that way. It's very low socioeconomic, very drug ridden, gang crimes, all that sort of stuff, pretty high. So, this girl called Bailey lives with her brother Hunter and her father Bug, played by Barry Keoghan, who raises them alone in a squat in northern Kent. Bug doesn't have much time to devote to them. Bailey looks for attention and adventure elsewhere. The movie starts with this young girl who a lot of the film, the whole thing's presented through her eyes, and a lot of it is also presented through her phone. She has a bit of a fixation with filming the world around her on her broken and damaged iPhone, which is a great touch. Looks like a hand-me-down as well, I think. Even based on the the case that was in. Anyway.
Yeah, she only films meaningful things to her because it's her point of view.
Yes.
So everything that is meaningful.
things like her brother, dancing around and her dad dancing around, but also things like birds in flight and a fly on a wall and whatever. There's a lot of imagery about flying in this, which we'll get to.
That can't be more on the nose. Like, it's ridiculous.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Come on.
But
like, I was expecting Leonard Skinner's like
Free Bird.
What's it? Free Bird song to be playing while she was staring at birds.
I would have cringed.
I was like, you are on the nose here. Like, come on.
Yeah, she longs for freedom, and adventure, and she's stuck in squat. Her dad was very young. Barry Keoghan is my age, or a year younger than me in real life. So he's like, early 30s. He's got a 12-year-old daughter, and I think 14 was what I got from Hunter's age.
I think he's a little bit older, because there is, when they're at the train station, he makes reference to the girl being 14.
Being 14, yeah. She's only 14. Yeah, you're only 14, Dad. So, yeah, Barry's character is like early 30s, maybe even late 20s, depending on how old Hunter is, but very early young dad. And that seems to be the trend in this sort of area as well. When we see other parents, they're all very, very young. So, yeah, we had this girl who... She lives with her dad, and her dad has a new fiance. They're getting married on Saturday. So we know that the story takes place in less than a week. And she's not happy about it. She's very mistreated, like neglected. She's not abused. At times she is, but she's more just neglected by her dad. He doesn't have much time for her. He says many times he doesn't regret having her, but kids suck. Like, he's pretty honest about that.
He's quite a complex character for the amount of screen time he gets.
Yes.
So, like, he's very hot or cold. Like, he's very, what would you say, like, engaging or, like, concerned with his children, wanting the best for him, but then also very aloof, if you would.
He's also a drug addict. So he's got the chaos of drug addiction as well, whereas, he's got his super highs and super lows.
Yeah. Which I actually found him kind of endearing at times, and then also hated him at other times. So I was like,
absolutely,
it's like that's crazy screen presence for you to be able to get that across in.
Yeah,
he's not in it. He'd be in it for
maybe 20 minutes. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, but he has such a screen presence as well. Like, his character is so. Like you said, there's this weird attraction to him because he's a piece of shit. Like, he's not a very nice person. But he also, there's something endearing about him. Like, you care about him, and he's not a bad dad. He's just not a really good person. Like, how to put it any other way. Like, he does care about his kids. He does more Hunter than Bailey, which is kind of sad. But yeah, it's hard to sort of to describe how we see him. I guess it's just chaotic and somehow endearing because of it.
Yeah.
Throughout the story, things happen. Her brother's in a gang. Bailey wakes up in like a field, and this random guy runs up to her looking for help, like directions. His name is Bird. He's like German. He has quite a bird-like face. He has a beak of a nose. He is looking to get to some building. It turns out that building, he's looking for his mum, looking for his family. So Bailey's sort of, how to describe it? Bailey's, she's curious, I suppose. She's a young kid. There's this very interesting man in like a skirt. In her little world, there'd be no one like him. So, she's very curious about who he is and what he's trying to achieve. She follows him around. He's looking for his mum. She doesn't live there where he used to live anymore. We find out that he disappeared as a child. And Bailey helps him find his dad later in the story. Or at least we think it is anyway. And the whole time, Bailey's also, she gets her first period, so she's dealing with that sort of story as well. Doesn't really have a mother figure to help her.
And her mother figure is, her actual mother is a horrible person. Yes.
And obviously the mother as well, we're seeing in like a pattern of abuse between partner and partner. Like as soon as the younger sisters who live with mum mention she has a new boyfriend, you can see in Bailey's face that she knows what's going to happen. Like, he's going to be a piece of shit. He's going to be abusive. He's going to be a drug addict. And he is all these things. Skate is his name.
What's with the names? Like,
that's rough. England, though. Like,
is it?
Nicknames are a big thing.
Okay.
But like, you know,
Bug,
we've got Bird and Bug.
Skate.
But Bird himself, as the story continues, Bird transforms into a bird. Bug, he's covered in tattoos of different bugs and different like insects and millipedes, centipedes, got a centipede on his face. You know, yeah, there's things on the nose, but I kind of like it.
Yeah. Also, no one really interacts with Bird at all. Like, you never see anyone else talking with Bird. So I hate these kind of little bits and pieces. It's like, is this person actually real?
Yes.
Or is it a figure of Bailey's imagination?
No, because Bailey's mum interacts with him and Bailey's siblings interact with him.
But you never actually see them properly interact. It's always a cutaway. It's never an actual like two-person shot with Bird and the other person.
Mum literally says, "Who are you and why are you with my daughter?" And he's holding the children in his arms, and the kids are like, "Bye, Bird," and they acknowledge his existence.
It's Bailey's imagination.
I know, and that's the thing. It is painted through Bailey's lens, so there is a bit of how much is real and how much is her imagination, especially a 12-year-old child who's going from that imaginative stage of being a child into the stage of being an adolescent or puberty. There is a bit of like ambiguity with who characters are and if they're. I agree, but I still think he's real.
Yeah. Okay. To what extent?
Well, I don't think he transforms into a bird.
That was weird.
It was, and that's what I've heard people say online. That's the part where they were like, where it lost them.
Yeah, like, I was like, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? Why was he transferred into a full bird? And the CGI where he beats up Skate and then carries him off as a bird.
Yeah, it's pretty low budget. It's independent film. I was okay with that. I heard that when they filmed it in many different ways, and they didn't really know what the plan was until after. So they tried doing like a stop motion thing. They tried doing like a screen cap suit, like a mocap suit. They tried doing like CGI raw, which I think they went with in the end. They tried doing puppetry. There's a bunch of things they tried. And in the end, I think it looked fine. You know, it's low budget. It's whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I was like, what? I was enjoying it up until that point. And I was like, oh, you've lost me a little bit here.
Yeah, I think that's fair. And that's the part my brain was like, okay, I've got to figure out but I don't know. I don't think I need to figure everything out all the time. It's sometimes okay just to enjoy it for what it is. Like, I don't need to go into full art house mode and try and get spiritual or like symbolic everything.
You're going to have to go full art house for the ending for me, because I was like, what?
Which aspect?
Well, after the big fight scene, we then get... I feel like Bailey, after that moment where it's like Bird has given her, I don't know, something back, where it's like maybe her mother might symbolize breaking the pattern because Skate is like taken away from this situation. Might not. She might end up back there. But I was like, is this symbolism? Probably. Or is this not? I was like, okay, sick. And then after that, we've got Bailey going, oh, okay, maybe my life isn't that bad. She meets Hunter again. Hunter's like in a panic. And that's where he's like, quick, you got to meet me on the bridge. Why has everyone got an electric scooter or like a big scooter? Like, is that
because no one has cars, they can't afford them.
Oh, yeah, but what happened to bikes? Why is it scooters? Like, what's cheaper, a bike or a scooter?
What's easier to carry up the stairs of a house that you're squatting in?
Yes, I guess.
I don't know. What's easier taking to shops instead of getting stolen from out the front when there's a high crime rate? I think there's reasons for a scooter over a bike. Anyway.
Okay, fair. There's valid points. I didn't compute that because I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm not from Kent.
No. So he's like all in a panic, and is like, this is where we get to learn that Hunter, who's in a gang, and his gang who seem to like beat up quite a number of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. like, I don't know how to do it because they're like 14, 15. Like, if they're taking on whoever, like, there's a bit of whatever. That's neither here nor there. So he's like ill in a panic and he needs to be able to contact his, I'm assuming, girlfriend because the parents are like, no, like full locked out of the house.
Yep.
You have no contact. And then they got to pass the note to her, which
with a
all
bird.
of a sudden, conveniently, there's a
she
bird.
can communicate with birds. Yeah, which is where I'm like, maybe the ending was real. Just like, what's that movie we watched with the bodybuilding? Fuck, I can't think of the name of it right now. But the end, she can turn this like big, massive, this big monster, like a giant version of her, and then she, you know, went down. And what movie was that?
That was had the girl from Twilight in it, Kirsten.
Yeah,
something. I want to say Dunst,
Kristen Stewart. Love Lies Bleeding. That's what it was called. Whereas Love Lies Bleeding, I think it could be literal. Like, yes, she turned into, like, there's a fantasy element, and I'm okay if the end of this was literal and there was a fantasy element and that he is a bird.
Yeah. No, I don't know. It lost me a little bit. Well, Love Lies Bleeding lost me at that point too. It was like,
yeah,
why?
I get it. It's a surprise, and it seems like, especially in this movie, to its credit, is the most raw. Like, it feels more like real life characters than almost anything I've seen in recent history. Yeah. Like, all the portrayals feel like real fucking people. Nakia Adams plays Bailey. I feel like I'm watching a documentary with her, and the way it's filmed, it's very handheld, like very handheld. They put a filter around the border and add little effects here and there to make it look like it's almost like a 70s camera look, like the edges are all grained out. It's in a weird ratio.
I thought my screen was freaking out. I was like, what is happening here?
Which I think, I mean, to get symbolic, I think it's showing that this story, like even though they use modern things like phones and electric scooters, which maybe that's intentional too now I think about it. This story, and that's why I say yes, she's going to be in the same habits. Probably Bailey will fall in the same habits as well. She'll probably have an abusive boyfriend too. This movie is pointing out that across all time, 70s, 80s, 90s, you know, they're using camera effects, make it look like it's 70s and 60s photos. These stories keep happening in these areas. People keep getting into abusive relationships. People keep falling back into drug. People keep finding new avenues to make money on the side, like make illegal money. People getting back into gangs. People keep getting young people pregnant. Like, these patterns don't stop. And I think maybe those excuses were intentional to bring into the future, while we're also seeing old things like film grain effects and Days at the Beach, which is a very like 60s, 70s depiction of like the American dream, or, you know, the lifestyle of the rich sort of thing. There's lots in it. I really liked it.
Yeah. So, well, after all the big events and Skate getting taken off, what's her name? Bailey's like, yo, maybe my life isn't too bad. That's what it seemed like. And then she was like wearing the what's it called? The bridesmaid.
The cat suit. It looked like shit. Yeah.
I don't know why, but whatever. And it's like, then, I don't know, we get this like little dance montage at the wedding and sort of stuff. But I had no idea. Why is there a fox that runs in and then her eyes change? I was like, what is happening here?
I'm unsure. I watched it like half hour ago. I kind of want to rewatch and have a think, or at least ponder on a bit more. I'm unsure what that was meant to be, what the fox meant.
I didn't understand that, because you've got Bird and it's all about freedom and adventure and being able to like take off, and reminded me of Jenny from Forrest of the Gump, like Forrest of the Gump. Make me a bird so I can fly far, far away. Because again, she was in a kind of similar situation.
Trying to escape and Yeah, to me, like top of my head, the fox. A fox is like a symbol of like slyness, or like exterior, because the foxes are attractive animals, but on the inside they're, you know, people always say like sly as a fox and cunning, that sort of stuff. Like they're devious and somewhat dangerous. Like maybe the fox was, you know, things look good on the outside in her life and she's very hopeful, but within and over time we're back into danger, we're back into the same cycles. Like that's sort of where I'm at first thought. But then she turns to the camera at the end and she's got contacts in, and I wasn't sure if they were like fox eyes or if they were bird eyes. I wasn't sure if they were saying now she's free and now she's the bird, or if they're saying now she's a fox, you're never going to be a bird, because foxes kill birds. And maybe it's a tragic ending. I don't really know. I'm unsure, but I need to spend more time on it.
Oh no, the ending confused me. I was like, I don't understand this. Like, why have we got this fox here? Like, you could have just cut like fade to black before the fox came in, and I would have been like, that's actually a really good little tale. Besides the random horror bird-esque moment, I would have been like, that's a tidy package.
And the bird, when it happens, she's just been like knocked unconscious. Things are in a daze. You see the camera getting out of focus. Like, you know, there's a lot suggesting that it's in her head. But I guess the fox is too. And yeah, don't know. I like when there's movies that after I finish it, I go, what was that about? I wonder, like, this discussion is interesting to me. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't have even thought about this film if I wasn't doing it for pod. Wouldn't have thought about it. Even after I watched it, I would have been like,
yeah, look, cool. That's justified.
Job done.
Job done. One quick thing I want to mention is how it was filmed. So supposedly Andrea Arnold got them, they filmed it all in chronological order, which is pretty unheard of. Normally they film based on the scene so they can save money. They filmed this chronologically. They filmed something like, I heard something like 40 to 60 hours worth of footage, just fuck tons of footage of the family interacting and doing things together, and Bailey interacting with Bird, and when they're with the dad and all, like on the beach, heaps and heaps and heaps of stuff. Like, they really tried to make these characters feel real within themselves and then just have a camera around them. Kind of like how The Office was filmed in a similar way. I think that lends itself so much to the way that this is presented, because this really is snippets in a week of someone's life. Like, we're only seeing 2 hours in how many weeks are in an hour? How many hours are in a week? I don't remember. To my head, 7 times 24. I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
But, you know, we're seeing a small snippet of this character's life, and I think it fucking comes across so well. Like, I love the way it was filmed, and I love the way it's presented.
Yeah.
Visually, it's stunning. Music's really cool. The music has like a continuous descent, which is pretty like jarring, and you're reminiscent of like a bird falling as well, because, you know, she wants to be a bird who's rising, but she's obviously continuously falling. Her lackey's kind of worse, and yeah. I like it.
They made reference to Saltburn about the song Murder on the Dance Floor.
Yes, I did notice that as well. What's a shit song? Murder on the Dance Floor. And they laughed. I was like, yeah, you know what? That's good. Yes, good call. Yeah. I forgot about that.
Also, did you know Barry dropped out of Gladiator 2 to do this?
No shit. I believe it. You made a good choice. Gladiator 2 was garbage, and this is fantastic.
It wasn't garbage.
Well, it wasn't good.
It wasn't garbage.
I would honestly say that Captain America was better than Gladiator 2.
Ew.
I think Gladiator 2 was not good.
Yeah.
What do I give it?
Yeah. What?
Gladiator 2. I gave Gladiator 2 a 3. I don't know anymore. I don't have good memories of it now.
No. Well then, do you want drum roll for the reveal?
Well, buttons won't work because we're recording differently now.
Drum roll. I actually did enjoy this film. It lost me at the, I don't know, end of Act 2, I guess. I guess that's where the climax, where he turned into a bird, and the supernatural elements lost me. I was like, why is this needed? You've got real characters that done an awesome portrayal of everybody. Yeah. I don't need the supernatural elements. Like, this could have been a really nice, I don't know, capture in time of these like people's lives. Just here it is. Here's what people are probably going through, and it's like it could have been really cool. It's just annoyed me that there was the supernatural elements, and I had no idea. I still don't know about the ending. Like, why? Just fade to black. I don't need Fox symbolism.
I don't need Fox. Specifically, no. I don't need Fox.
Nah, it's just confused me. Too much symbolism, a little bit too much on the nose, but still overall, it's definitely worth a watch. I gave it a 3.5.
Hey, I'm impressed. I thought maybe a 3, if that.
Nah, it was good. Like the acting was great. Like,
oh yeah, incredible.
Even Bailey did a really good job. I looked up her actual acting credits. And she's done a music video and this. I
know. Fuck all. And she's amazing in this. I don't know how old she is. It's probably relevant, but she it has good things to come for sure.
Yeah. I was like, that's cool. And obviously Barry is incredible as Bug.
He's great. Yeah. So that's good too. Fran Rogowski. I don't know him. I know he's done other films with Andrea Arnold. But yeah, he was pretty good in this. But yeah, right. I'm at a 4. I think I gave the same score as Companion. I think I like Companion more. Companion probably tickles more of my fancies in terms of what I like in a movie. Yeah, we gave this and Companion the same rating.
Yeah, but I enjoyed 3.5. Better.
Yeah, that's where I'm at too. I think this had a lot to think about. But in terms of like sit and watch and enjoy a movie, there's gonna be fucking anxiety. I hate watching like domestic violence stories and stuff and seeing people like lives turn to shit. But it's not a bad thing. They're very different movies. Yeah, I'm at a 4. 4. Okay. All right. What's the next movie?
The next one is a Apple TV original, which came out last week. It is called The Gorge. So this is a dark romance, monster horror, survival, action, adventure. Bit of horror in there. Little bit of Last of Us-esque inspiration.
Yeah.
Inspiration. I'm not making comparisons. I'm just making there's some inspirations with the monsters. But this is 2 highly trained operatives become close after being sent to protect opposite sides of a mysterious gorge. When an evil emerges, they must work together to survive what lies within. Bum, bum, bum. So this is a reasonably well presented Chat GPT storyline and script. But God, I enjoyed it.
I didn't hate it either. Yeah. There were parts I liked more than others, but yeah, I had a pretty good time.
Yeah, so like the basic premise is shocking. The dialogue at times.
I like the basic premise. I think that's the best part.
Shocking. No, but
the dialogue's horrible. It's written by the guy who wrote Fast fucking X, like the 10th Fast and Furious. So look.
But like if you were like it's so basic, but they put it in a nice package. It's like, I don't know, 2-minute noodles. Like they're basic.
Yeah, but they're comforting.
But you still enjoy it.
Yeah. That's not a bad analogy. Look at you.
Yeah, thank you. Art house-esque.
Should have 2 noodles on legs come in at the end and be like, oh, what does this mean?
Yeah. So they've got this gorge, and this gorge has to be protected by one person on each side. They've got these high-tech, like drones, and they've got all these ammo, but the 2 people are not meant to interact. Each person has combat experience of some description. It's never like fully explained besides Levi, who Levi is like headhunted by this corporation.
Yeah.
Who, surprise, surprise, I'm not ruining it if I give any story details away here, but they're an evil operation that are trying to hide a secret, which, surprise, surprise, is down in the gorge.
Yeah.
So
Nazis.
What?
Sort of. It's World War II stuff.
Yeah, but it's down in the gorge.
Yeah. Sigourney Weaver couldn't look more evil in the beginning of this movie, by the way. Like she literally, like she walks in, might as well have a fucking red skull for a head. Hydra.
Yeah, pretty much. So Levi gets headhunted because the person has done his deed or whatever and needs to be terminated, so he gets extracted and then they shoot him, which is never like fully explained why they shoot him. I can't remember exactly why they shot him. They just shot him and then...
Shot who?
The guy that was previously in the tower.
Well, they need to keep a secret. That's how I sort of saw it. Like everyone who goes in there dies, and the best way to keep a secret is no witnesses, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, but technically the people extracting him and they're witnesses.
Yeah, but, you know, needs no basis and keep it minimal. Because if every year there's someone new goes in and there's like been 50 years, there's 50 people out in the streets who know about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
100 both sides, one each.
Yeah. So Levi is on one side of the tower. He gets headhunted by this company. He's in, I don't know, let's say the left tower. And then we have Anna Taylor-Joy, who did an incredible job in Mad Max Fury Road.
Furiosa. Yep. And Miles Teller is amazing in Whiplash. He's good in most things, but in Whiplash, he is spectacular.
Yep. And she's in the other tower.
Yeah.
And then they're protecting it, but obviously they get a little bit bored. So she starts, I've got to say, the director or Zach Dean is a fan of Taylor Swift. So Love Story.
Oh, you think Taylor Story is the first person to hold up cards?
Yes.
You fucking Swifty brain.
I knew that would arouse you.
It's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, that's why he's a Taylor Swift fan. That's why he did it.
So good. He couldn't have gone any better.
Jesus.
Yep. So they hold up signs to communicate Love Story.
Yep. Just like Love Story.
Then,
the only other person's done it. Yep. Sorry, I'll stop interrupting.
No, but it does. It leads. It's virtually the premise of Love Story where they hold up signs and they're like, will they,
I remember the film clip. I watched that too.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, see? So they're holding up signs, and then because they're highly trained operatives, they're like, see if you can shoot this bottle. See if you can shoot this above my head.
Yeah.
You're shooting a glass above her head. Like, there's going to be shrapnel, but whatever. Like,
did he actually shoot that? I don't think he actually shot that. Oh, he did? I can't remember. Yeah, sure.
Yep. He shot that, scared her, and they were like, oh, I'm so impressed. And then because it's the only human interaction they get, they kind of form a bond. And they're like two people out in the middle of nowhere dealing with what they are. Yeah. There's a big attack, and the things from, I want to say, The Last of Us, the like gremlin sort of coral people from the gorge start coming up. Yeah. They're like tree zombies. Yeah. This is pretty much where they spent all their budget on like the fight scenes. Yeah. Because it's heavy CGI, all the bullet shells and all the things popping off. And fucking calm down. Explosions and Yeah. Look, I didn't mind it. I thought it looked reasonable. It looked better. It looked fine. I thought it was going to. I didn't dislike it. Yeah, where it shines really is I actually kind of liked Levi and Jarasa. I don't know how to pronounce her name. I didn't mind them, those two, like, connection they formed from being in the middle of nowhere, thrown into a situation. Yeah, I love the whole first hour, them forming a relationship. They were like so fucking cute. I was so in for it. I wanted them to do good things. And I thought the movie was going to be them realizing they're going to get killed if they tried to end, they at the end of the 12 months. That was me, their realization, and then realize that that's the bad guys, the people they're working for. And then I got the ending I was expecting, but the whole 40 minutes from like an hour to an hour 40, which you're getting to, didn't give a fuck. Anyway, I love the romance, was my point. I really liked Levi and Drassa. They were cute as fuck. Yeah, like that was a surprise. Like he gets a zip line across and they have like dinner dates and they spend the night and there's like, will they, won't they? But they will. It was not really a won't they. No. Just when will they? So that's like the human interaction. It was really cool. I thought they built it really well. Like sometimes people miss the mark massively with that. For sure. Sometimes it feels forced. And one of the reviews on Letterboxd, someone said that it felt really forced. I disagree. I felt like it was really organic. I really liked in the montage them getting to know each other. There was a scene of them playing chess on opposite sides, a little nod to Queen's Gambit, and there was a scene of them playing drums, a little nod to Whiplash. I like that sort of shit, just like we saw with Barry Keoghan, Murder on the Dance Floor. I like those little moments where we're reminded that they're actors. Like, that's okay. Yeah. But also, how much paper do they have? Because I had the same fucking thought. Right? Yeah. Right. They write so many notes, and they're not like. He has a whiteboard. Space. His is fine. Doesn't. She has fucking a big A3 notebook. She must have like 16,000 notebooks piled up in a corner somewhere. Right. I had the exact same thought. I wrote that in my review on Letterboxd. I thought that's crazy. Yeah. But after the happy-go-lucky connection, we all of a sudden on the way back, the zipline breaks because we got an attack. He falls down. Then they go down into Gorge, and this is where we have, what do you say, about 40 minutes of them running, surviving. I do get a little bit tired where it's like it's always fire. Fire is always the get out of jail free card. Like we see it so often. I was like, surely there's something that is like new to be able to get out of this, like whatever. But it was just
fire.
Fire
Kills everything.
When you first get introduced to the tree people and the little spiders and things, I was like, oh my god, that was like pretty terrifying. I was like,
the little skull spiders, they were fucked.
Yeah,
big nopes.
Yeah, the design of the monsters was really cool. Them for about 20 minutes of being chased by these, I was like, oh my god, this is actually terrifying. Yeah, but then where it was like, I'm going to chop a dime off. These guys are technically soldiers. It's never like fully explained if they still have any memory or they're like a hive mind or if they're like...
They seem somewhat intelligent, like more than just... He says they're there for food, but one of them captures Drassa and like takes her somewhere for some reason. It's never really explained why, but...
No, it's never expanded on it. It's just more like, this is what we need, story beat, so we're going to drag them in there.
Can't kill her, we'll hang her up for some reason.
It was like ChatGPT forgot that we need to explain if they're like sentient or like still have a mind or whatever.
Yeah, I don't really know either, but what was their goal of getting out? Were they trying to get out to like take over humanity, or I don't know. There was a lot of like, well, how come?
Yeah, it was like, why do they climb up? Why? Surely there's a point where they can just walk to the point and get out further down the road.
Yeah, is it a continuous gorge forever? Is there a dead end at each end? Like, I don't understand. Yeah. Which, because there's no explanation, is annoying because they over-explain their existence. There was some, like, in World War II, because of, the Oppenheimer fucking thing happening, there was also research here on warfare and whatever, and somehow they invented this toxin that turns people into super soldiers, but they're also zombies. And... now that this company found it, they